Hello everyone, this is Global Fashion Workshop. I remind you that we post new videos every day. I also want to remind you that some of my video courses are already available. Buy them if you haven't done it yet. I would really appreciate your support. Today I would like to show you how to make a skirt with a flounce. The topic seems to be simple. Have a look at the sketch. It seems like you can cut the lower part and flare it, but it's not that simple. There are a lot of peculiarities and different types of flounces. I'd like to tell you about them and show you different ways how to make a flounce. You can cut it on a bias or in a crosswise grain. A style of your garment would depend on it. The more information you have, the easier the work will be. Have a look at the sketch. This is a skirt with a flounce. It's not pleated, it's a flounce. Only the bottom part is gathered. Of course you can make frills, but today we're talking about flounces. You can make several flounces in one skirt and tie them. Flounces can be of any length. You can flare them as much as you want. A flounce can be slightly flared. Or you can make a double circle flounce. Flounces can be layered, made of different fabrics. One silk, the other chiffon, or even made of net. Be creative. I want you to understand that you can change the designs I show you however you like. I want it to be creative. Have a look at Ira's basic pattern for a skirt. When you look for a straight skirt pattern in the internet, you can come across the following information. The opening of the side dart is equal to half of the sum of the waist tucks. The side dart should be symmetrical. It's wrong. Do not listen to those people. The opening of the side dart is equal to half of the sum of the waist tucks, but it's not symmetrical. Have a look here. The front part is wider than the back one. It is very important to make an accurate basic pattern. Side darts can be symmetrical. I've traced the pattern to a piece of the tracing paper, so I can start cutting it now. I have a huge experience in skirt sewing, and I'm glad to share it with you. We are working on a video course on how to make a basic pattern for skirts. Are you waiting for it? There are a lot of different types of skirts, with the flounces, with the slits, vents, flared, feet and flare. You can sew any skirt you want. Having the perfect basic pattern for a skirt, you will be able to sew anything you want. Another important detail in the basic pattern is a waistline. We used to raise side seams and shifted the center front and center back down. Nowadays, the shape of this line has changed. We do not need to raise the sides so high, just a bit. Learn to make modern patterns. Even if you do raise the sides, you will have to cut them later. It's not modern. We do not sew skirts this way anymore. I don't want us to look old-fashioned. I want us to look stylish and modern. This is why I show you modern sewing techniques. Anyway, today we're talking about flounces. It is a very interesting topic. I'd like to show you how to make different flounces. They can make the skirts look very unusual. In the very rare cases, it can be hard to make a basic pattern for somebody. You try your best, but a garment doesn't fit well. In this case, you can make a mock-up. Make sure that it fits you perfectly and then use it as a pattern. It is very convenient. It does happen sometimes. Making the front tuck is not always necessary. It's not needed if you have a full figure. You can ignore it. Or combine it partially with the side seam. I'm glad to share with you some peculiarities of sewing skirts. You know that I'm not greedy. I'm always happy to share my knowledge with you. The pattern is ready. Next, I need to define the length of the flounce. Be very attentive, please. Have a look here. A flounce can be long or short. It's up to you. I'll make it 16 centimeters long. I need to measure and mark 16 centimeters up from the bottom. Do not forget to sign the details. This is the center back. This is the center front. The upper edge and the bottom. I can cut the details now. Usually, the width of these details is the same. Check it. If it's even, you can make just one flounce, both for the front and the back. Have a close look here. I'm going to flare this detail. For example, I'd like to make it slightly flared. Not even half circle. I need to cut it several times. The flare should be even. You shouldn't open one part by 10 centimeters and another one by 2 centimeters. It is very important for the flare to be even. Have a look here. I can flare it this way. This is a slightly flared flounce. If I put the side seam on the crosswise grain, it will be a quarter circle flounce. But in this case, it's better to draw it with the compass. It would be more accurate. These distances should be the same. If you do not want to flare it too much, you can make it this way. There will be a fold on the center front. So this detail should be double. We should make two identical details, one for the front and one for the back, because the width of the front and the back is the same. This is the way to make a slightly flared flounce. You can flare it more. You can, for example, make a circle flounce or a double circle flounce. I'll show you how to make them in the next video. I hope that now it's clear how to make a slightly gathered flounce. That's all for today. Next time, we'll continue working with this pattern. My name is Irina Paukshte. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Goodbye.